Hi boys and girls, we are here today. We're going to be making our giraffe. We've been learning a lot about giraffes, and so now we are going to make one. I have my daughter Caitlin here, and she is going to be making it with you. So you will need to go ahead and get out your yellow piece of construction paper. I'm going to show you exactly what some of these pieces look like. Here's your yellow piece of construction paper, and it looks like this. You've probably been wondering all this time, what in the world are we going to do with that? Well, we are going to make a giraffe. So you'll need this right here. And then in your baggie, I put a brown piece that looks like this. Okay, so you'll need that as well. That's going to be his mane. Then you are going to need his little horns, okay? They call them, they're little giraffe horns actually. And then you are going to need a few little strings of yarn, and I put some of that in your bag as well. So those are your supplies that you are going to need. And so we're just gonna get those set up for Katie Beth right here. And she has been working very hard on cutting all of her pieces out. So as you see here, she's got all of her yellow pieces cut out here, and now she is working on her brown piece. So that is the first thing that you're going to do, boys and girls, is you're going to cut out all of your pieces and get them ready. And then I'm going to show you how to assemble them. Okay, so we're gonna let Katie go ahead and finish cutting everything out. You might be cutting out at home too. You might be finished, I'm not really sure. So boys and girls, let me show you what the giraffe is gonna look like. Here he is. He's real cute. And so we are going to put him together. Okay. All right, so you see we have his body, then we have legs down here, we have his tail, which is kind of curled up. Giraffes really have long tails. And then we have, of course, his neck. And this is his brown mane right here. Then you've got ears and his horns right here. And then here's his face. And then you are going to cut out your own eyes, or actually you're going to use marker or crayon for his eyes and for his nose and for his mouth. So you will actually need a black marker or a black crayon as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the body, boys and girls. I want you to get the body out. I'm going to switch it. Hi. I'm going to switch it over here to Katie Beth so you can see. Oh. Well, we're having a problem here. Okay, so I'm gonna switch it over to Katie Beth so that you can see. All right, so Katie Beth, what I want you to do is I want you to start with the body, and then we are gonna glue his legs on first. So let's get all of his legs, and we're gonna put glue on his legs, and then put the body on top of his legs. So you're gonna put glue right here on the top of his legs, and then put him, put his body and put him underneath. Okay, keep going, all four of them. Okay, nice job. And then you got two more to go. Okay, so next, we've got his legs on. Next, we're gonna do his neck. So show everybody his neck. Katie Beth, there's his neck. And then you're gonna get his mane. And what you're gonna do is you are going to put glue all down his neck and glue his mane on top. All right, so now you've got his mane on, okay? And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna put glue right here at the bottom of his neck and then put his body on top of that glue. All right. Nice job. Okay, so now he needs a tail back here. Can you get his tail? There you go. And you're gonna put some glue on the tip of his tail. I know it's really tiny. You might even want to turn him over. And on the back side, just right here, just put some glue there. You can maybe use a little bit more than that, Katie Beth, because I don't think that's gonna stick, honey. There we go.
Oh, did I glue?
It's okay. It can go down. There you go. Up or down? Usually down. See a long tail. Okay. All right. There we go. There's his tail. And now he needs a head. So show everybody the head. And this large area, this side is the side with his mouth. This is the front of his head. This, where it's small, is the back of his head. So Katie Beth, you're gonna lay yours right here. The back of his head is gonna go on top of his neck and his mane, okay? So do you see how the small end is on, the mane back here, it's in the back, and then the large end is in the front. Okay, so Katie Beth, if you would just go ahead and stick some glue on top. There you go, and glue his head on. There we go. He's looking good. All right, so next, right here on the back of his head, he's going to need his horns. So put some glue on top of his head and then glue his horns on there. All right, and now he needs ears. So what you're gonna do is one ear is gonna lay this way, and then one ear is gonna lay the other way, kind of going up.
Do you put it like that?
Yeah, he can go like that. I mean, he can go however you want. There you go. All right, there's one ear. Let's put it kind of down a little bit. There we go. And then that one can go the other way. There you go. Perfect. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a couple of these pieces of yarn and we're gonna give him some hair. Okay, so his hair is gonna go right in this area right here, and you're gonna just glue it on. Okay, so it's more like bangs, all right? The pieces kind of hang down, yeah. See? Okay, do you want to see Mom's? Look, There's Mrs. Romer's. See how he's got bangs? Yeah, there we go.
These are hard to glue on.
They are hard to glue on, and you know what, boys and girls, if you have tape at home, if you have a stapler, that might be a little bit easier to get those pieces of yarn to stay on. Okay, so now we have our hair on, and so what we need to do now is we need to add all of his little features, meaning his eyes and his mouth and his nose. So you see how Mrs. Romer has put different little features on her giraffe. I've got brown patches that I used with a sponge. If you happen to have paint at home, you could ask Mom if you can paint your giraffe, or you can just use crayon. And in this case, with Katie Beth, we're just going to use crayon or marker to put his eyes and his nose and his mouth and all of his spots and things like that on. So the first thing we're going to work on is his face. So Katie Beth, if you would just get your black marker there, and we're going to put some nice big eyes on him. There you go, good job. Okay, another nice big eye. Okay, and then he's gonna need 2 dots at the front of his face for his nose.
Much better at these.
Okay, and underneath his dots, you're gonna give him a smile. Good job. All right, so now you see Mrs. Romer's giraffe on his mane. I've got some little lines on his mane. It kind of makes him look like he's got hair. So if you, Katie Beth, if you want to just draw some lines straight out. All right, and now let's look at Mrs. Romer's feet. Do you see those feet down there? See how I've drawn hooves? Okay, so now let's draw some hooves on the bottom. You can color them in, or you can leave them not colored like I have, either way. So let's go ahead and draw hooves down on our...
These are hard.
Okay, and so now last we're going to put our spots on him. So I'm gonna give you a crayon, Katie Beth, and then I'm gonna have you color some. You can do squares, or you can do round kind of spots, or kind of kidney bean shaped spots, or however you want your spots to look like. Okay, and this is where we just fill in our giraffe, making him look however you want him to look. You can color his tail brown, you can put lines on it. I'll show you Mrs. Romer's tail. Let's see if we can find there's Mrs. Romer's tail. All right, so. while Katie Beth is finishing up her giraffe, we'll see the finished product in just a minute. Mrs. Romer's going to talk to you. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to name your giraffe. And what I want for you to do is when you finish him, I want you to write a story in your journal about your giraffe. Give him a name for me. Tell me where he lives. Let's think of maybe a problem that your giraffe has, and you can write me a sentence about what his problem is, and then write me a sentence about how he solves his problem in the story. And so I want to hear all about your giraffe story. I would like when you finish your giraffe story for you to draw a picture for me of something that's happened in your story, in your journal, and then I want you to take a picture of it and I want you to send it to Mrs. Romer. I want you to send that picture to Mrs. Romer, okay? Because I want to see all of your great and wonderful stories that you come up with. I'm sure that they're going to be awesome. All right, so now Katie Beth is about finished getting her giraffe put together here. She's been working really hard getting all of these spots filled in. And Katie Beth, you want to show everybody your giraffe now? Let's see the finished product. All right, you want to hold him up? Oh, yay, there he is. Good job. Okay, boys and girls, so send me a picture of your giraffe and send me a picture of your story. And I want to see all those wonderful creations. Have an awesome day, boys and girls. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.